Hello fellow educators and welcome to my World of Maths Assignment 2 presentation. In this activity, we'll be using blocks to build and count. It's suitable for preschool age children aged 3 to 4 years. The EYLF curriculum states children develop dispositions for learning such as curiosity, cooperation, confidence, creativity, commitment, enthusiasm, persistence, imagination, and reflexivity. Children are effective communicators. They begin to understand how symbols and pattern systems work. Introducing the activity to the children, you will need any blocks. Different shapes and sizes are ideal. You can demonstrate by building an example, maybe using 4 blocks and counting them in front of the children. You'll need to work on a table or on the floor or wherever the children are comfortable. Have a range of different shaped blocks spread out on the table. Encourage the children to pick them up and explore them. With a fun and enthusiastic voice, ask the children some questions. The children will need to identify the different shapes, and you can encourage them to do this by asking them things like, who can find a triangle shape? What could we make with this shape? I know you are wonderful and imaginative builders. I can't wait to see what you make. How many blocks have you used? And count together as a group. Show the children an example of what you have built and ask them who thinks they can build this. During the activity, encourage experimentation with different shapes and creative designs with the blocks. We can scaffold the children's learning through using mathematical language appropriate to the children where possible. An example of this will be identifying the shapes such as triangle, rectangle, square, cylinder, and ask the children what they are creating and point out similarities and differences with other children's buildings. Ask how many blocks they have used and count together. It is important to use lots of praise and encouragement as this is a fun activity. Together, count the blocks for each child's creation. Evidence and justification. How do children develop math and numeracy skills? Children will be exposed to numeracy from infancy. Their exposure is everywhere. This learning happens through everyday activities and play. Examples of this would be reading stories with numbers, counting fingers and toes, being aware of numbers on clocks, asking for a certain number of apple slices. As children get older, their numeracy skills improve as they begin to develop a better understanding of size and measurement. Examples might be determining which is the bigger piece of fruit, filling containers during sand and water play, or arranging toys from smallest to tallest. The Early Years Learning Framework for Australia states numeracy is the capacity, confidence, and disposition to use mathematics in daily life. Children bring new mathematical understandings through engaging with problem solving. It is essential that the mathematical ideas in which young children interact are relevant and meaningful in the context of their current lives. Educators require a rich mathematical vocabulary to accurately describe and explain children's mathematical ideas and to support numeracy development. During the block activity, children have the ability to explore, problem solve, and create at their own pace while further developing mathematical and numeracy skills. Cognitive and creativity outcomes. Lester and Russell state that play is associated with the development of intellectual skills and understandings. In play experiences, children integrate emotions, thinking, and motivation that establish neural connections critical to effective brain functioning. Bodrava and Leong state that when children play, they use imagination and imitation, which requires complex cognitive or intellectual processes. The development of cognitive skills, including dispositions for learning, such as curiosity and persistence, memory and thinking skills, and language and literacy skills, have strong link to play. During this activity, the children were able to use reasoning skills while building and making connections when counting the number of blocks used. Vygotsky's theories stress the fundamental role of social interaction in the development of cognition, as he developed strongly that community plays a central role in the process of making meaning. During this activity, children are encouraged to participate in a group situation. They have the opportunity to obtain knowledge from their peers. The educator will scaffold the task and create a platform to learn through demonstration, observation, and questioning. Thank you for listening.